What's going on, YouTube? This is Jay, trucker by day. Just doing a little update video here. We're leaving the beef plant at 1 o'clock in the morning, heading home for the night. Sorry for the bumpiness, it'll be smoothed out here in a minute, but yeah, just figured I'd talk to y'all and see how y'all are doing. Anybody out there that's subscribed, I really appreciate it. Anybody that's not, if you want to go on go on a few adventures and see what we can get ourselves into, and the ins and outs of the truck driving world, feel free to subscribe. I really appreciate it, and if you get anything out of this video, feel free to like it. But what we're going to talk about today is, my favorite things to talk about, is things that people kind of shy away from. So, we're heading home. I got about a 30-minute ride, 25-minute ride, but enough to talk to you guys about depression. I know a lot of people like to blame everything, just because you're not feeling good, or just because you have no motivation, or just because life's not going the way you want. Automatically, for some reason, a lot of people lean towards, well, I'm depressed, that's why. But I mean, are you really depressed? Are you really depressed? Or you really just, sometimes you hit a slump in life, and that's okay. I've hit many ups and downs in my life, but the main thing is kind of make sure the ups are more frequent and a lot more powerful and impactful than the downs. That's really what life's all about. Everybody's entitled to a bad day, but like some good people I know in my life, family and stuff, I feel like besides the actual symptoms of depression, which are, extensive. As far as lack of. Now I'm going to tell you what, I'm an eater. You guys know, if you've heard me talk about anything, I like to work out, but I like to eat too. So, the thing to me, if my appetite got affected, if I wasn't eating, obviously that's a symptom of something, because I don't go without, a meal. So, some people, it's gonna show its ugly head, in different ways. I know people that are, I've dealt with people close to my life that deal with depression and, sad for no reason, and they don't know what to do, and I don't envy people that deal with actual clinical depression, because it is, from what I can tell, it's pretty debilitating. It kind of takes a toll on your life. It kind of slows down your progress. It affects especially the people that you love in your life. It affects them the worst. But you got to think about life, man. Are you really depressed? Let's just think about it from and if you're too young, you don't understand this, but a logical standpoint. Just think about it like this. Are you depressed because you have a shitty job and nobody appreciates you, and you got a partner that don't appreciate you, and you feel like nobody listens to you? Is that why you're depressed? Well, maybe you're not really depressed, because a lot of those things can be modified and can be changed, And I feel like if you can change one or two things, and then all of a sudden you're not depressed, maybe you weren't really suffering from depression. But there's true depression, and I've never dealt with it. I wasn't raised, in the time I was raised, I'm in my 40s. They didn't really, like I had another video about mental health, but they didn't talk about depression like that. They talk, if you were having a hard time, you just had to deal with it. And that was that's it, When I was growing up, depression wasn't really a relevant thing. It was just, I was sad because, my girlfriend left me, and, I went through all those hard things everybody goes through when they're younger. But I just had to deal with it, and nothing really bothers me more than people that blame, and I'm not for one second saying that mental health issues are not real, because they're real. I've seen them with my own eyes. I've seen the results of severe mental health issues and severe clinical depression. I've seen it. I've lost friends to it. So, I let it, go untreated for too long, and, they took matters in their own hands, and now they're no longer with us, So, it can be a tough thing, man, but, the way I deal with it, the way I really deal with it, because I've never been diagnosed, I've never been to a doctor, none of that, But, you find yourself in a rut, just do some small things, man. Do some small things. Do some things that are easily, not really easily, but with minimal effort are obtainable. Like, change the people that surround you. That you might find out that might be your only real problem. It's just the people you got around you are shitty ass people. But I spent a lot of my 20s surrounded by shitty people, and guess what? They're all gone now. Long gone. So, I don't like, to see anybody struggle, like that, but I don't think the pills and things like that are, yeah, they might be useful for some cases, but I don't really think, I don't think that's the ultimate answer, long term. Maybe short term, maybe to get you going, but you just got to remember, man, there's a big difference between being clinically depressed and diagnosed by a doctor, if that's exactly what's going on, all the symptoms match, everything matches, you go on antidepressants, you start feeling better, and that's it. And then there's a totally different thing, like I've found myself in it many times in my life, in a slump. Things aren't going the way I want. I have these plans, and you know what? Plans are good and goals are good, but life and the things that you come across and the challenges that you're going to face throughout your whole life, they don't really give a shit about your plans or what you want or how you feel or none of that. So you got to kind of, really it's all really a lot of it is in your mind. And I know that sounds easy. If anybody of you guys out there are depressed, I urge you to reach out to get help, get real help. If you feel like that's something you're dealing with, why don't you get help before it gets out of hand? You can't reel yourself back in, But, of course, one car. Sorry to blind you guys. But I don't want to see you guys suffer, man. It's hard to stay positive sometimes. Positivity and people that you meet in your life that are over positive, you're like, man, why are they so happy, man? It's just, that's even sometimes makes me feel down, because some people act like they got it all figured out, but here's the true secret of life that I've learned in my lifetime. Nobody's got it figured out. Not all the way. Most of the way, some of the way, a good portion of the way to where they're happy in their day-to-day life, yes. But figured out 100%? Nope. Find someone in your life that's got everything figured out 100%. And they don't ever get depressed, or they don't ever get sad, or they don't ever have a bad day. And guess what? In front of you they don't, but they definitely do. Behind closed doors, they cry. They have bad days. The most positive person you've ever met in your life, I don't care if it's at church or at work or whatever, when nobody's around, when you're by yourself, you have to answer for your own feelings and your own losses and your own failures. You're gonna have, your emotions are gonna dip and you're gonna cry, and that's just how it is. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I like honesty, and even if it's bad, even if it hurts my feelings, I would take honesty over somebody just saying, you're doing everything 100% and you don't need to improve anything. That's a lie. Because we all got shit to improve. It don't matter what it is. We all have stuff we can improve on. So, I don't want any of you guys out there to feel like you're all alone. But just some tips, man. Just small little things. I don't believe, I do believe in depression, but for me, I don't believe that I could get that far gone to where I can't reel it back in and make a few adjustments. I've been doing it my whole life. And it's okay. Here's something crazy and not a popular opinion, but even I've had to deal with it in my life. You know what? It's okay. Well, people are going to beat me up over this one. It's okay to cry. Even if something's not, like your best friend died or family member or your pet that you had for 20 years, 15 years. Just to cry, just because I can tell you that not all emotions are meant to be kept hidden and bottled up from everybody. And if you got to cry by yourself because you're too embarrassed to cry in front of somebody else, why don't you try that? I know it helped me. I know that the last time I really cried over circumstances that I had no control over in my life, once I came to grips with that and I cried, I had the best night of sleep I had in years. I slept literally like a baby, like all the way through, like a good baby, I slept really good. So, hey, why don't you try? It might not be a popular opinion, and I might not feel like I'll ever be a depressed person, not clinically anyways. But, keep yourself in check. Keep the people that really support you and help you close by you. And, push everybody else away that's trash. But, we're on these tiny little back roads. We're going to be home, like I said, in about 20 minutes. And we do got some IRLs. I've been saying it for a while, but I just took a week off and had some family time. And, I've been working, just been busy. But it's a busy season for us. But, reach out, man. Take care of yourself. And I want all you guys to be safe. I want you to make a bag, and I want you to get all the money you can in this life. And, just take care of each other. And, I'll see you in the next video. My name's Jay, Trucker by Day, and I'm out.